Hello everybody, this is John Ashworth, owner of the Fitness Nomad, back again today in Sara's kitchen. And today what we are doing is we are sprucing up a snack. One of the common snacks you'll see on the meal plan templates that we provide that many people love is the tuna and crackers. But today we're going to take that to a whole new level, and we are calling it
Tunisian tuna salad with whole wheat pita.
Alright, so get ready, here we go. Okay, so we are prepared and ready to cook the
Tunisian tuna salad.
Tunisian tuna salad. Just a quick couple notes about tuna. At home we buy big skipjack tuna, big cans. It's probably a 3-pound can of tuna. We individually pack those. It's lower in mercury and a healthier tuna. It's not as high quality, but still pretty good. Today we have sun-kissed tuna. Star-kissed tuna. Chunk. All right.
Light.
Chunk light. And just a couple more things to keep in mind with tuna. You know, buying it in water is going to keep the calorie count down. But if you're looking to increase your omega-3 fat content, which is the good fats, the fats that help you prevent from heart disease and sudden cardiac death, all those good omega-3s, you can have it in oil if you can take the calories.
Olive oil also adds a better flavor. The oil-packed tuna actually is more flavorful than the water-packed tuna.
Right. So just keep all of that in mind.
It's all
Okay.
balanced.
So what are we doing here?
I'm putting the tuna in here, and now the difference with the Tunisian versus most American-style salads is that you are using yogurt instead of mayonnaise, so it's healthier. I like the Greek yogurt. There's several brands on the market now. This is a non-fat yogurt, but it's much thicker. This is readily available at Woodman's. I believe a different brand is also available at Whole Foods. And you can see
it's also really high in protein, too.
Right, it's much higher in protein than the regular non-fat. And because it is thicker, you don't have to drain it yourself, which is sort of a pain. So I'm putting in about a quarter cup here. You don't have to put in that much. I'm going to put a little bit less because I can always add more. Once you add it, you can't take it out. That looks like enough to me. And then I'm going to add a little lemon juice. Now, most people aren't buying their lemon juice like this. This is wholesale. You can buy... Actually, Minute Maid has a product that you can buy. It's in the frozen juice section, but it's frozen lemon juice. It has a better flavor because it's not pasteurized, so it's not cooked. It doesn't have that awful cooked flavor. I'm going to add a couple teaspoons of lemon juice to lively up the flavor. And then I'm going to add a little cumin. I like cumin, but you know, it's always better to add a little bit at a time and taste for your own personal preferences. I added about half a teaspoon there.
And that's in lieu of adding salt, right?
Yeah, you can add salt to this. The recipe does call for a little salt. I find in general the tuna is enough, and the lemon juice also helps with that lack of salt. Excuse me. Little black pepper. Again, that's a personal preference. I happen to like pepper a lot, and because I'm not putting the salt in. But you still probably only want, this is a small amount of tuna. That's probably about an eighth of a teaspoon. You get an eighth to a quarter. Then we need to add a little fresh mint and green onion and garlic. A little garlic. Alright, so we're going to have a little bit of flavor here. This again is preference.
So we're taking care of the garlic here.
Now, if you don't want to handle garlic, you can buy in the produce sections of many grocery stores. They now have herbs in pastes. It comes in tubes. You just squeeze out the amount you want. I'm just going to squeeze this right in there. This is going to be really garlicky, but garlic is really good for you. Excuse me. And then I got a little mint from my garden. This is also something most grocery stores these days have all kinds of herbs. You really want the mint in there, especially if you're not using salt. You need all that flavor because you're going to miss it until you get used to it. It smells good, no?
Yes, it does. Smells very good.
Now, the secret with this is I just make a whole little wad there. And you just don't chop your fingers off. That's the secret. What I just did now is called the chiffonade, and now I'm going to go back across to actually get a finer chop.
Very nice. And you can look for future podcasts where we'll teach you how to hold a knife, how to use a knife, how to keep your fingers out of the way, all the stuff I learned way back in the day when I was a banquet cook back in high school.
Now, you can use green onion, or if you don't like, if green onion's a little strong for you, we're going to use green onion because I'm going to feed this to John.
The best part about doing the podcast here is that I get fed very well.
But you can use chives if you prefer a lighter flavor that you don't want something so strong. So after all that garlic, I don't know what difference it makes.
And keep in mind too, this is a fair amount of prep work, so you would really want to prepare multiple, double or triple the batch maybe.
Double or triple, but then you'd be eating it. It's not going to keep for more than 3 days.
Okay.
So you have to be careful. This has all this fresh stuff in it. Now what I did is I cut the green onion in half, and now I'm cutting it in quarters so that I don't have to mince it back up. And then I'm just doing the same thing that I did with the mint. It's not cutting. Now you can get a little bit of that green in there. You don't want the really dark green stuff, because that gets a little tough to chew. But there's nothing wrong with it. Just a little cross cut there to make sure I've got all the pieces chopped up.
Ah, beautiful. Smells really good.
And no mayo.
No mayo. And I think the great thing about no mayo is you can actually put more yogurt in, so you have a moisture tuna mix there.
All right. Then, instead of having crackers, the amount of crackers that they tell you in that snack that you can have.
Yeah, so the meal plan template actually recommends saltines, which is really almost an empty calorie. Not a great recommendation. And so this is
for the amount of calories that they give in the lower meal plan, I think it was like a 1,500 calorie. For that same amount of saltines, I think it was 10 saltines, you could have half a pita.
Look at that. So an entire half of pita.
Stuffed with a can.
Stuffed with the tuna. Instead of just the tuna and the crackers.
And if you have
That's
ruin your
fantastic.
plan for more calories, you could actually put a few slices. I would like it with slices of tomato.
Oh,
there
nice.
you go.
Very nice. All right. Looking forward to tasting that one myself. All right. This is John Ashworth, owner of the Fitness Nomad, again in Sara's kitchen for Tunisian tuna salad. All right. You'll find the recipe on this blog. Take care, everybody. More information available at thefitnessnomad.com.